Pearson, narrow defeat last weekend to Stockport. While I'm sure you and the team are frustrated, there must have been positives that could have been taken from that performance as well.
Yeah, obviously the first initial emotion from the game was frustration, disappointing. Obviously to lose the game to a kind of set piece. We do an awful lot of work on defending and attacking set pieces. And I think our stats over the last, since the manager's come in, has been pretty good. So, disappointing to concede from that corner. There was some good parts to our game. I thought we played pretty well in moments, in possession and out of possession in the first half. Just didn't quite threaten their goalkeeper enough. Imi's had a couple of chances in the game, which I think everybody's disappointed for him. He's desperate to score a goal, and we're desperate for him to score a goal as well. On a personal note, so as disappointing as it was, and as frustrating and as it was coming off the pitch, I think when you watch the game back, as we have, there is some really good positive moments in the game, in our build and our possession. So. Definitely things we can take forward and kind of be positive on.
On a personal note for you, you made your 400th appearance for the club last weekend. Just remind us how proud you must be of that achievement.
Yeah, really happy. Really special kind of number to hit. It's been a long time coming. Obviously being out injured, I think I was on about 8 or 9 short for about 10 months. So I was kind of eager to kind of get that done. So. Yeah, really happy with to achieve that, and personally, it's a nice touch. There's been an awful lot of personal accolades off the pitch, momentums for me, but I'm just looking to push, kind of getting back to full match fitness, full match sharpness, and as quickly as I can. And I think the more games I play, the kind of closer I will to get to that. So in a really good place, feel really good. Really happy to be able to play for this football club 400 times. Seeing it on paper, it seems quite a lot, but it definitely feels like I've played about 600.
We face Plymouth at SJP on Thursday night. How are you and the team preparing for the first Devon Derby this season?
Yeah, pretty normal. It's obviously comes on a Thursday night, which is a little bit different to what we've been used to. Live on TV, Devon Derby. We're at home, expecting a really, really electric atmosphere in the home end and in the away end. We've prepared pretty normal this week. We had a meeting yesterday, meeting today, trained yesterday. We'll train tomorrow. And we'll approach the game as any other game. We'll identify where we think we can hurt Plymouth, where their strengths are, and hopefully we can turn up on Thursday and come out of blocks firing, because I think we can have as many tactics as we want, and I think it'll come down to who wants to win more, who wants to run harder, who wants to win the battles, and who wants to win the duels more. So. I feel like we're ready now. I think if the game was tonight, we'd definitely be ready for it, and it's up to us now to go and perform on Thursday.
Looking at the league table, we're right next to each other, level on points. I know it must sound like a cliche, but does form play any part in games like these?
I don't think so, no. We're pretty similar in the table. They're probably not where they probably would have expected, getting relegated from the Championship and spending couple of $100 grand to over £1 million on players, so they're probably underachieving as well as us. So we feel like we're underachieving for what we have in the changing room. I think form goes out the window in these type of games. They'll be as desperate to win as we are, not just to get 3 points, but to send their fans home, back down the road happy, and we'll be looking to do the same for sure. I think if we win the game, I think everybody will probably be out on the drink Thursday night in Exeter. So I think we'll be ready for the game, and really excited. It's obviously not my first Devon Derby, so it's some players' first Devon Derby, which I should be excited about, because it is a special atmosphere.
You mentioned it there, how it's not your first Devon Derby, and you've obviously played more than any other You've played more Devon Derbys than anyone else in the team. How can you kind of convey that message onto the kind of more inexperienced players who haven't been there for as long, how important this game is to the supporters of the club?
Yeah, listen, it's obvious. Some of the players aren't fans of the football club, so they probably don't understand the effect it has for people leaving the stadium or until we play them again. So whether it's people going to work, people might work with Plymouth Argyle fans, they might get it in the neck for months and so on and so forth. So it's great. It's vitally important for us to kind of understand the impact it has on our fans and the football club moving forward. It's always nice to have bragging rights against your arch enemy. So I'll be letting the lads know how important it is for the football club, for the fans, and I'm sure if anybody sees fans knocking about over the place over the next couple of days, I'm sure they'll tell the players how important it is as well. So we need to be excited about the game. We need to be focused, but we need to go into the game with a clear mind. I think derby games can get pumped up really high and the players get over excited and over pumped up and do something silly early on. So it's important that we stay professional, but also we show our fans that we're up for the game, and I've got no doubt the fans will get behind us.
You mentioned bragging rights there, and the last time we actually beat Argyle at SJP was a rather famous 4-0 win that you featured in. How have you and the team kind of changed and evolved since then?
Personnel. There's not an awful lot of there's nothing from back then that's at the football club now, whether it's management. I think the only two people that are involved now is me and Dan Green. So yeah, we're a completely different outfit, completely different style of play, but the emotion is the same. The emotion leading into the game was the same, the emotion during the game was the same, and I don't think we done anything special that day apart from we outfought them and we ran harder than them. I think if you look at the highlights from that game where I think it's Lee Martin chases down a ball and we win a penalty, that's what it's going to come down to. Do we want to run the hard yards? And I believe that we have the arsenal to go and beat anybody in the league, never mind Plymouth. I feel like we can beat anybody in the league as long as we turn up, run harder than the opposition and outfight them. And then we can show how good of players we are.
Fans have been going to the stadium in the last few weeks, staying late in the evenings, preparing banners and decorations for the game. How much are you and the team looking forward to what SJP will be like for this game?
Yeah, we've seen the Forest game, we've seen the Luton game, I think, in cup games previously, what kind of displays the Big Bank have done, and listen, they're unbelievable. There's a small group of people who spend their time and effort putting them things on display, and listen, it doesn't go unnoticed. I think after the Nottingham Forest game, the boys were speaking about it for quite a while after the game, so it is a special thing they do. I don't think any other football club would do that, and especially out of their own pocket as well. So yeah, I'm not surprised at all, and a big thank you to them. And it does definitely hit a little bit different.
We've been talking about it through the week, but this game is dedicated to the EFL's Together Against Racism campaign. What's your and the team's message to anyone who's possibly thinking about going to the football and causing any issues surrounding that? Yeah,
listen, I think as big as the game as it is for both football clubs, I think both sets of fans and both sets of players kind of need to approach the game with a clear mind. I'm all for rivalries and hatred towards each football club or whatever. But I think there's a line, and I don't think any fan should bring something to that game that crosses that line, whether it's an abuse towards a player or abuse towards a past player or family members or a personal attack at players. So yeah, I would urge our fans and their fans to come with passion, but I think there's a line, and I don't think either sets of fans should cross that, because it'll ruin the game, and being on TV, I don't think. For me, I don't want to see our football club in that light, and I'm sure the Plymouth Argyle fans won't want to see their football club in that light either.
Thank you, Sweeney.
Thanks, man.